forest was old. So old that the townspeople whispered of curses buried within the roots of trees that seemed to breathe. It had been a place avoided, feared, forgotten, until tonight. Where the sky kissed the treetops, shadows began to move, alive, restless. In the distance, a single light flickered inside a crumbling cabin, like a heartbeat in the dark. And then a voice, not quite human, whispered your name.
You feel it, don't you? That cold, heavy chill running down your spine. Something's watching, and it knows you're here. Long ago, the village knew the legend well. A dark spirit bound to the forest, never truly asleep, never at peace. The villagers spoke of a family, the last to live in the cabin before it rotted. They had vanished without a trace, but stories have a way of fading, don't they? Forgotten truths, ignored warnings, until someone tries to find the past. A journal was discovered buried in the roots of a dead tree. The words inside were frantic, desperate, begging the reader to never set foot in the forest. And yet, curiosity is a curse of its own. You remember why you came here. A bet, a challenge, something to prove to friends who never believed in curses. The air feels different inside the woods, like you've entered a place that doesn't want you. The mist seems thicker now, the trees taller. It's almost as if the forest itself is breathing. You think you saw something. Just a trick of the fog? Or is it moving? You shake off the unease, but deep down you know the forest is waking up. The journal mentioned the screaming trees. The villagers believed the souls of the lost were trapped within them. You feel a presence now. It isn't just fear, it's awareness. Something knows you're here, and it's hungry. The roots seem to pulse, and the ground feels almost alive. A sound, distant at first, then closer. A wet, gurgling cry echoes through the trees. You turn, and suddenly the forest doesn't seem so empty anymore. You run, breath ragged, until you stumble upon the cabin. Desperation leads you inside, hoping for safety. But it's worse in here, much worse. There are symbols carved into the walls, warnings written in a language older than the village itself. And then you hear it. A lullaby sung by a voice cracked and broken. The dolls are facing you now. How? You didn't see them move, your mind races, but the lullaby continues, echoing from the basement. Something is calling you, begging you to come closer. Against your better judgment, you descend. Each step creaks, and the air feels like ice. The journal warned of this, but you have no choice now. The basement is flooded, water black as night, and rising from it, eyes gleam. And they see you. It's here. The spirit that has waited so long for company. It whispers of revenge, of pain, of all the souls it has claimed. You want to scream, but no sound escapes. Your vision blurs. The forest has claimed another. The legend lives on, and the forest never forgets.